Joseph Carnegie, Duchess of Carnegie, Duchess of Carnegie.
Did you know that artists and painters, musicians, all kinds of artists have been living and working here above Carnegie Hall for over 100 years?
Oh, come here and look. Now here I am with all my great hair years ago. Look at me here, when I first moved in Carnegie Hall.
What year was that?
That's 1949. When I moved in, this is the way the studio looked. I put the camera there and...
Yeah, this is the way Editta was when I came. And she would be dressed like this, and her desk was catty corner.
Yeah.
And she would be in the corner, and the door would be open at 8 in the morning. In other words, she was up, corseted, and spurred, and ready to pounce on anyone that came by that looked like a possible subject.
You know, my father had a studio, and I used to help my father out with pictures and so on.
So that's how you learned the trade in your father's
Oh,
studio?
yes, of course. Oh, yeah, my father was, photographer. Now here I am at 14 in my father's studio.
Oh, where was that?
In New Jersey. You see? There I am, look, trying to be an actress. Got the picture of my father that I took when I was about 12. My mother had 8 children, and she had a terrific voice. My mother was a terrific actress, Oh, sì, mi ricordo. È la morte della mia povera mamma e io non ci mi ricordare, ma che testa. Because I can't remember everything. My mother with the 3 children, and I was the oldest at 17. And she used to make this wonderful spaghetti, From 100 pounds, 102 pounds, I had gained almost 125. I couldn't believe it. And that was eating the spaghetti she was making and sleeping every day, because I didn't know what to do with myself in Rome at that time, So when I came back in 1931, I started losing. I got a job in a photo place, photographing babies. It was an old-fashioned studio with a skylight that went this way,
And that was in Union City, New Jersey?
Union City.
Okay.
And I was getting $75 a week. And they called me Miss Ronaldo. Said I was very shy in those days. I was afraid, And here I was getting this job with a big camera, to take baby pictures, no less. And when he'd see these proofs, he'd say, Miss Ronaldo says, we cannot sell these pictures, these babies, without a smile. You've got to get the smile. I don't care if you stand on your head. Oh, my God. I was terrified they were going to fire me, I was just a little girl coming in, with nothing. My father, he had nothing. He had gone through bankruptcy. And here I was in this little apartment that he had, and I was paying $5 a week from this job that I had with these characters. But, at night, they would be taking photographs of the nudes of these girls and hanging them in the drawing room. And I come in, and I'm looking, and I said, well, what is this? These nudes. Oh, my God, I was so embarrassed. Then I met my husband. I was glad to get out of there, This is when I first got married, and my husband is very handsome, Harold Sherman. He was a dear man. Look, he was an inventor. He was everything. I got married at 21. I had the 5 children in 10 years. By the time I was 30, I had the whole family. Yeah, this is me at Martha's Vineyard with the kids. My husband was my partner in the business, and we started in Martha's Vineyard. That's the post office, and this where I had my studio. I took Dan Roche there, and I took Frank Morgan. I'd come in on his yacht. Spencer Tracy was supposed to come, but according to Frank Morgan, he was so drunk that he couldn't make it. Up in the studio one night at like midnight, I got them all together, the cat and all that. When they came to Carnegie Hall, that's the way they were. They used to sleep here, and of course I used to get them out early to go and get their breakfast at the automat and then go to school. We moved in here in 1949. I was only 31 years old. Do you believe it? I was 31 years old. My whole life has been here. But then my husband died in 54, you see. So that was 49, and it didn't live many years here. It's a Kodak camera.
Well, that clicks the shutter.
One, yeah. That's 1/10 of a second. When I'm posing somebody, that's not enough time. I mean, they move around. This is the a 10th of a second, or 25th of a second. The thing, you see. It's cut out. My husband cut these out. The one I really took all the photographs with, it's over there. And I painted it white. Now it's a different color. Can you believe that? I'm so crazy sometimes. Did you see it in there? Take a look. By larger.
It's an 8 by 10 and larger.
Yeah, 8 by 10. Well, I developed my negatives here.
Oh my God. But you've made prints in here before?
Oh, I made all those prints that you see. But you see, I gave it up when I wanted the bathroom. So I put it in here until I could, organize it.
Wow, you have a kitchen and a dark room.
Oh, it wasn't meant to be a kitchen, I'm telling you. Try this macaroni.
Oh my God.
You like it?
It's delicious.
It's good, isn't it?
You always photograph with this natural light, or do you?
No, I put incandescent also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Look over that way with your head. Yeah, look over something over there. Yeah, that's it. And you can sort of smile there. That's it. Okay. I think we have it.
You usually take how many?
I don't have any good ones, they are. Well, yeah, about 2 dozen. It all depends, who the celebrity is. Those people are very important up there. There's Angela Lansbury. These are all my stars, These are all my stars. There's Yul Brynner, there's Henry Fonda, there's Lillian Gish, Verushka. And then this is Terrell Power.
You'd photographed him a number of times.
Well, yes, of course. He was crazy about me. But, I just it was very old-fashioned.
Oh, you think Tyrone Power had some ulterior motives?
Oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Well, now I'm sorry, because I probably missed the great, who knows. He has such beautiful eyes. You don't see it in the films, but in real life, he had these beautiful black eyes with long lashes. Well, Life magazine did a picture of me in my ballet. Didn't you see that?
What, in the Swan?
Yeah. Let me see if I have.
Wait, you were 50?
Yeah.
At this
I was
time?
50 there. I was good at it, too.
Editta practiced the Dying Swan. It was her hobby.
He photographed it
Often.
on the stage at Carnegie Hall.
You did this, I never knew that. You did it down
At Carnegie Hall. But
That's
it was closed. The theater was closed.
The house was empty.
Come on. I have a lot of tapes. This is going to one of my neighbors.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, Editta, huff and puff. Good.
Have you got a picture of me and Bill? Yes. He made me famous with that book.
Hello there.
Did you hear about the news about Carnegie Hall? If I'm out of here, where am I going? With my pictures and my negatives and everything. There are a lot of pictures of her.
John's last legs. Is this not his last leg?
Where was I going? Can they really put us out?
Right in the corner.
I wish they had more sophisticated stuff there.
That's it. I'm not dead yet. All these empty studios. I get frightened here a little bit, you know? When I think of me running around here years and years ago, can't believe it. And all of my famous people came to this door. Yeah, throwing power, walking together to the elevator. Now you take good care of yourself, Editta. You have said about it. Now you take good care of yourself, Editta. The last time he was here. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I can remember things, you know what I mean? Okay.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
All right, you got
Always a
that
pleasure.
down.
And I'll be in touch soon about our meeting.
Okay, Joseph.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.